Melvin, thanks for joining us, especially during the Wisconsin game. That's got to be hard for you to be missing their playing right now. Hey, two questions. One, how satisfied have you been the way you've been able to run these last 5-6 games? You're averaging 5.5 yards a carry. You have a 1,000. What would that mean? And secondly, can you go through, I don't know what you can tell us on the DUI thing, are you hopeful that maybe you can avoid a suspension now that it's been pushed back, it looks like, to next year?
Yeah. As far as the 1,000 yards, it's always an accomplishment to get 1,000 yards, but honestly, I feel like my play is better than just 1,000 yards. So it's not really the season I wanted. It's not the season I wanted individually or, team-wise. But definitely looking forward to changing that next year. Like we have a young team. Everybody knew that. It's not an excuse. Coming here, them getting to know me, knowing how I run, what I like to run, plays a factor in everything. Getting closer to 1,000. I haven't got to 1,000 yet. It really don't. I've got to 997 before and missed it. So, excuse me if I'm not as amped as I should be. But I feel like I'm way better than that, speaking on that matter. And as far as the DUI, I just kind of don't want to talk about it. I just kind of bring that up when it comes up.
Next one, Nick.
Hey, Melvin, you said not quite the season you wanted, but did you feel like over the the second half or the last month or so that it was maybe starting to get more comfortable, starting to become a little bit more of how you can imagine this thing, going forward?
Well, I just became more determined because, I knew he was in a bad spot. I've been in this spot before. It's not my first time where your back is against the wall and, you do whatever and you come out. You come out and you have a chance. I did that with the Chargers. We kind of made a run and we got hot, so you never know. And it's just determination, man. I really wanted to put us in a position or help put us in a position to, make a run. And, we fell short. We fell short, and I'm a competitor. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to compete. So this is what I expect. I expect to go out there and put on some type of performance. We got some guys back. Some guys are healthy. The line has been healthy for the most part. Elijah getting back. Graham got hurt a couple games. Just getting in the mix and the rhythm with those guys up front as well. Plays a big difference as well. Or plays a factor into how me and Phil and other running backs perform and how everybody else performs. I feel like they're the heart of the team, but it just all came down to determination. In all honesty, I really wanted to get or make a run to try to get in the playoffs. Like I said before, I promised Vaughn that I would do whatever I could, to try to get him back. It obviously didn't work out like that, unfortunately, but it's just determination, man. I'm a competitor, and I don't want people to think, the Broncos is just a pushover team, because we're not. We got a lot of heart, a lot of injuries, but every time I step out there, I want to represent that logo respectfully.
Next one, Brandon.
Hey, Melvin, I'm not sure if you were asked this, so I apologize, but you were around Phillip Rivers your whole career. What traits does Drew have, now that you've been with him all year, that show you he can be a franchise quarterback like Phillip was for so long?
Well, they're definitely. You're talking about a guy, who's a 17-year vet, and a guy who's, just his second year in the league. So he still has a lot to learn. I think throwing the football-wise, just being, going out there and just being a playmaker, I think he definitely has what it takes. I think he just has to believe more in himself, honestly, that he can do it and that he belongs here. I feel he feels that way, but he just gotta, he gotta walk and talk it. He just gotta, it gotta be that swagger that's on him. Like, I belong to be here. And I think once he gets that, like that, just that little swagger to him, I think the sky's the limit for the kid, man. He's gonna be a good player. Like I said, I see him every day throwing the football. I think he got what it takes. I know he got what it takes. I think right now it's just the mental part of it that sets them apart as far as Phil and Drew. And I can't tell you how Phil was his first. Phil didn't even play, I think, his first couple of years or so. So I can't really, when I came in, Phil was already the savvy vet. So, I can't, compare with the growth and things like that. I can't do it because I didn't know. I came in into a savvy vet already. So, like I said, throwing the ball wise, he makes a lot of, crazy throws that's like, wow. So I think he definitely got what it takes. I think here is where he just needs to get it. And just when he gets that, he's going to excel like crazy.
Next one, Arnie.
Melvin, kind of piggybacking off Brandon's question there. Jerry Jeudy has shown terrific route running. Obviously, he had that tough day with the drops last weekend. Do you think a quote-unquote normal off-season would kind of cure this chemistry issue maybe, or the rhythm issue that some of these young guys have with your quarterback, kind of a post-COVID-19 world? And then
I guess.
What do you see in Judy's makeup that you think maybe could allow him to put that bad day behind him and use it maybe as a springboard to greater things?
Honestly, I don't think Judy needs to do anything differently. I think he works hard in practice, do what he needs to do. I think he's one of the top young receivers in the game. I think he could be a top receiver in the game. We probably could go to him a little more, in all honesty. I think he's that good. He had a bad game, and I think he was in his own head. And, as rookies, you run into that. Not everybody do, but some do. The great ones have as well. And it's just part of it. It's part of the game. And, the faster you learn, you have to get through that, the better. Because, later down the road, you might have another, you want to play the league, and he'll probably play in this league for a long time. You might have another game where you just it's tough. And you have to be able to lock in because, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep going to you. As y'all seen, we're going to keep going to you. He's a phenomenal talent. We're going to keep going to him. And you just never know when, you might drop 10 balls. And at 11th ball, you might catch. It might be for us to win the game. It happens like that, And, yeah, I don't think he needs to do anything. Like I said, every dog had a day. Every dog had a day, and I was trying to talk to him as much as I could, but mentally, it's he got to be able to deal with that and get through that hurdle, and he will. I don't think he needs to change anything. I think Judy's a phenomenal player, very polished as a rookie. He's only a rookie, and I think he's gonna be awesome, man. He don't need to change anything he needs to do. I think he's been great all season with catching the ball. Like I said, he had a bad day. It is what it is. We all have bad day. We're not going to look and say this. We're not going to stop going to him. And you know what? After that game, we probably should go to him even more, to be honest with you.
That's time for a few more. Next one, Mike.
Yeah, Melvin, I got two for you. The first one is, it seemed like your season took off with the Miami game. And that was the game when Reisner and Bowles were out there in space. Was there anything, in particular you remember about that game and or maybe the blocking scheme that helped you take off here toward the end?
Just them boys just was hungry, man. Them boys just hungry. It's flattening people out there. You go watch, put the film on, and I think, they just, everybody's feeling each other out, and I think they're starting to feel me out and starting to, believe in me more in what I can do. And, I believe in them boys. I believe that they want to block for me and they want me to be successful. And, that plays a big part. That plays a big part with everything, with the chemistry, with us out there. When you got a guy that you really want to play for and make something happen for, you go a little harder in the paint. It is what it is. Shouldn't be like that, but sometimes it is what it is. That's just how it is. And I feel like they starting to go a little harder for me in the paint, and because they know that I'll do whatever for the team. I'll do whatever for the team. We starting to get that chemistry, and them boys is just, man, they some dogs. They some dogs, and I just respect that whole front because simple fact is, there's no shot in us making the playoffs. But if you turn on the film and watch them boys put in that work and watch the film in practice, you think that, we had a first week bye and we was, on our way to the Super Bowl. That's just credit to those guys and how they work, man. So, that Miami game, they was just really flattening people out there and just opening up lanes. And I think they just really getting in the rhythm. They really getting in the rhythm. And unfortunately, we only got one more game left for the season. But, I'm super excited and stoked to see, what we can do as a unit with them boys up front next year.
And then the other thing is, and I'm not sure about the rules here. I wonder if you are. But if there is a suspension, it would mean some void of guarantees. Does that mean you'd have to work out a new contract with the Broncos? Do you hope to work it out to come back with the Broncos, or are you working it out like you might be a free agent after this last game here this week? How are you looking at it?
Yeah, I don't know. I just take it for what it is. My job is to go out there and run that ball. So that's what I'm going to do. As far as the contract and all that stuff, I let him handle all that, the void and all that stuff. Hopefully I did enough for them to want to keep me here. I do feel like they have something special here growing, and I definitely want to be a part of it. Especially after this year, it just wasn't the year we wanted, and I feel like we have a lot more to prove and show, being a part of this Broncos family. And honestly, I just really don't think I got the full experience of Denver as a whole, honestly, just with the COVID rules and everything. And I couldn't really bond with the guys as much as I wanted to, as much as I liked, as far as being with the guys after we leave the facility. I didn't really get a chance to do that. So unfortunately, if I don't be here, that'd be a little heartbreaking just because I don't feel like I really got the full feel of being a Bronco. But like I said, I don't want to speak too much on the contract. Like I said, my job is to go out here and run that ball. That's what they paid me to do. That's why they brought me in, to make plays, running that ball, protect Drew, catch the ball, do what I need to do to help this team win. And, I plan on doing that. Every game I'm here. So we'll see. Hopefully it works out. And hopefully they like me enough to, put all that stuff to the side. And, I guess in a couple months or so, we'll see what's up.
Final one, Andrew.
Hey, Melvin, you touched on Drew Lock earlier and how he throws the ball, but also pointing to your head when you said when he needs to get better. So what have you seen from your perspective regarding Drew in terms of how he's grown in his leadership, what his huddle presence is, what he's like in practice, all that stuff? What have you seen from him in his growth this year?
I can't compare it to last year, but I know from the start of the season to now, he's definitely more confident in the huddle. Definitely more confident. He was a bit more quiet. You could see him trying to take that leadership role on, which I like, because everyone needs to see it. By nature, the quarterback is just the leadership position, so you got to have it because guys just automatically follow you. It just is what it is. That just comes with the position. And you could tell he's. You can tell it. From the start, it's not really what he was comfortable with. But he knows for him to be where he want to be, he has to take that role and, that leadership role, breaking down the huddle more, things like that. And, with the breaks, when we break as a team, as a unit, you see him taking on that. And it's not easy. It's not easy for someone who's just not used to it, or if it's just not their personality. It comes easy for some guys. Some guys just got to grow into that role. And he's definitely grown, to say the least. He's definitely grown. And, I'm definitely proud of, where he is now. And, we just got to stay with him. We're in his corner, regardless of what anybody say, outside of what we got as a family, we just going to hold strong. We know we have to believe in him, regardless of what he do. I don't care if he goes out there and throw picks or whatever. Fill through picks, I still, we need you to make a play. Let's do it. I don't care how many mistakes he makes. When he's out there, I believe that he can make every throw that's needed, every call, every check. I believe that he can do it. You're out there for a reason. And I just got that confidence in him. You're going to make mistakes. It's part of the game. He only played so many amount of games. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. It's going to click for him. And we need it to click for him. We need it to click for him. I feel like we have a window. We have a window with this team. And, he is the piece that's going to make or break us.